Once upon a time, there was a family who lived in a small house in the suburbs. It was a peaceful neighborhood where nothing ever really happened. That is, until one afternoon when a quiet menace slithered into their home. It all started when the quiet of the afternoon was broken by a faint sound, a dry, eerie hiss that seemed to come from the floor. Inside the small house, sunlight streamed through the window, landing on the cool tiles. A shadow moved, slowly, deliberately. A long glistening shape slid across the floor. It was a cobra. Its hood flared wide as it advanced, tongue flicking, sensing every vibration. The house was still, but not empty. In the corner, a young dog raised its head. It froze, ears twitching, staring at the dark shape that had appeared in its territory. The cobra stopped. For a few tense seconds, neither creature moved. Then the standoff began. The dog stood, hackles raised, growling low, warning the intruder. The snake hissed back, body coiling tighter, hood swaying left and right. Every second felt stretched, the air heavy with danger. A sudden movement, a flash of fangs and scales, and the cobra struck. In a heartbeat, it lunged forward, its venom-tipped fangs extended, aiming for the dog's throat. But the dog, agile and quick, leaped back just in time, avoiding the deadly strike. It barked loudly, its voice echoing through the house, startling the family inside. They rushed to the doorway, hearts pounding, wondering what had happened. What they saw froze them in place. Right in the center of their home, predator and protector faced off. The snake, poised to strike again. Its hood spread wide, revealing the menacing scales beneath. The dog, standing firm, teeth bared, barking furiously, refusing to back down. For a moment, time seemed to stop. The family dared not move closer. One wrong step could trigger the cobra's deadly bite. They watched in suspense as the dog, sensing the danger of the snake's coiled form, slowly circled it, keeping its distance, each bark pushing the cobra back little by little. Meanwhile, the snake, realizing it couldn't easily escape, prepared to defend itself. It was a deadly game of cat and mouse, or rather, dog and snake, played out on the tiled floor of their living room. Then, just as the family thought the snake might strike again, it did something unexpected. It turned, revealing its venomous fangs, and lunged. With lightning speed, it shot forward, aiming for the dog. But the dog was ready. With a sharp bark, it dodged the attack, coming within inches of the snake's tail. It snapped its jaws, narrowly missing its target. The room felt charged with electricity, the silence broken only by the dog's heavy breathing and the snake's occasional hiss. The snake, realizing it couldn't overpower the dog, decided to retreat. It slowly inched toward the open doorway, hoping to slip out into the safety of the garden. The dog, however, wouldn't let it escape so easily. It pressed forward, barking louder, refusing to let the snake turn back. Sensing its prey's determination, the snake made a dash for the door, darting out into the hallway. Just then, one of the family members quickly opened the outer gate, providing the snake with an escape route. With one final hiss, the cobra slipped out into the yard and vanished into the grass beyond the house. Silence returned to the house. The dog stood still for a moment, chest heaving, watching until it was sure the danger had passed. Then, as if nothing had happened, it sat down, tail wagging softly. The family rushed forward, hugging their loyal protector. No one had been hurt, thanks to its courage. That day, the house was saved, not by strength, but by a brave heart that refused to back down. As the family gathered around, they couldn't help but feel a sense of pride and gratitude for their dog. It wasn't the biggest or the strongest animal, but it had shown that sometimes the smallest creatures can display the greatest courage. Their furry friend had faced a dangerous enemy without hesitation, protecting them and their home. News of the incident spread through the neighborhood like wildfire. Everyone was amazed by the dog's bravery. People came from neighboring houses to pet the courageous canine, their faces filled with admiration. Some even offered treats, but the dog, humble and gentle, accepted them without boasting. From that day on, the dog became a local hero. Children would gather around, listening to tales of its bravery as it sat patiently, occasionally wagging its tail. The adults, too, couldn't help but smile at the sight, for they knew they lived in a better place because of the dog's heroic actions. However, some questioned whether such bravery was truly necessary. After all, snakes rarely entered homes and cobras were even rarer. But the dog's owner understood his pet's instincts. He knew that when the snake slithered in, their home and family were in danger, and the dog, with its unwavering loyalty, had acted to protect them. The family looked at their dog, a mix of amusement and affection in their eyes. They knew he didn't understand the concept of heroism, yet he had displayed an extraordinary level of courage. The dog, happy to be praised, thumped his tail against the floor, enjoying the attention. For him, it was just another ordinary day, except that today, instead of a walk in the park or a game of fetch, he had faced a real-life adventure, and one. The family marveled at their dog's instincts, wondering where he had learned such bravery. had it been from watching nature shows on TV, or from the countless stories they used to tell him about their own adventures. Whatever the reason, they were grateful for their dog's courage. They hugged him, promising to always take care of him. The dog, loving the warmth and appreciation, licked their faces, feeling a deep sense of connection with his family. And so life went on in that small house in the suburbs. The incident with the snake became a thing of legend, often recounted during family gatherings. The dog, now older, would listen patiently, occasionally barking in agreement, his eyes twinkling with mischief. He continued to guard his home and family, always ready to face any danger, big or small, that might threaten them. The family knew they were blessed to have him by their side, not just as a pet, but as a loyal and brave protector. And whenever they heard a strange noise or saw a shadow lurking in the corner, they couldn't help but remember the day a cobra slithered into their house and face to face with their little dog, reminding them that true bravery comes in all sizes.